I am personally, but also really professionally in this work, I'm really driven by that Rabbi Hillel quote. And we just talked about it on Monday when we released a statement about the appointment of Stephen Bannon to special advisor to President-elect Trump. But it's, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? If I'm only for myself, who am I? And if not now, when? And that little perfect triangle is in so many ways sort of the, essential formulation for storytelling. It's about me and it's about we. There's what's important to me, there's what's important to us beyond me, and there's timeliness now. Me, we, me, we, I, we now. We're here at the making a living part of Milwaukee, in the Jewish Museum. And my grandfather had a store on Walnut Street. I don't know how many people know about the Jewish community settling in what's called Bronzeville. And we're actually involved, I have a meeting this afternoon, we're involved with First Stage. They're producing a show that Sherry Williams Pennell wrote called Welcome to Bronzeville. She actually has a trio of shows, but this year, in January, there's a show about Bronzeville, and one of the characters is a Jewish kid. And we're doing a show, an African-American Jewish night at the theater. We're calling it Black Jewish Relations Returning to Bronzeville. But Jewish immigrants came here and often settled in that neighborhood that is Bronzeville, and were, grocers, butchers, bakers, restaurateurs. They were poor. I don't know if that would surprise anybody, but I like thinking about it now and remembering it now. I think it's important because we are woven into, our history is woven into this city's history. Maybe it's not interesting, but maybe it's not surprising, but that the Jewish community was really split in Milwaukee in terms of an East Side community and a West Side community. And the East Siders were mostly German Jewish immigrants. They were this is broad brushes, but sort of more genteel, Western European. And then there were on the West Side, the more Eastern European immigrants who were, and then my family lived on the West Side. My grandparents played cards all the time. and they were, not educated till my father. They didn't have formal education beyond high school. There was a real split. I think that the community there's still a community on the West Side, and some of it is, it's still, but it's also a renewal in Sherman Park of a Jewish community there that is specifically around an Orthodox community. And the rest of and there are Jews everywhere. Maybe that's what would surprise people, is that there really are Jewish people everywhere. And a lot of times they're hidden. And they're hidden because, maybe it's not important to them to be Jewish, which is legit. Everybody gets to choose, or have their identity. But also I think there are people who intentionally don't talk about it. And we keep hearing, one of the things that I do is I monitor and respond to anti-Semitism. And I just this morning had another incident of a suburban school where there was Nazi-related graffiti, and that kind of thing really influences how Jews and other minorities feel about being in those environments. So I think that there really are Jewish people in all parts, in most neighborhoods. Even though there's a concentration, I would say East Side, North Shore, and then Sherman Park, there really are a lot of Jewish people spread out all over.